All right, I'm on hole number one of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament. I'm in my odd account, which is my practice account, and I've got some upper developed clubs here. So we'll see what we can get done. Today is all about practice. So if you're watching these Mondays practice round stuff and you're like looking for perfect setups, today is not the day. My normal MO is number one. Today's deal is to figure out what we're going to put in our bag, what clubs, what balls. And I'm not really worried about wind today. I'm not worried about special. Like there's a few of these holes that I know that we're going to do a plus 10%. There's one of them we're going to do a minus 10%. I'm not too worried today about wind. Today is trying to figure out what club and ball I'm bringing. And then what do I need? Where is that putting me so that I know what my secondary club is? What's my next club? What's the next club that I need? That's today's goal. Okay. So today I'm trying to figure out what my bag is. So tomorrow when I go out, I have my bag. Now I'm going to start working on wind. Okay. And I'm going to start trying to dial that stuff up. So tomorrow when I play, I'm not going to worry about making wind adjustments as far as like adding on or doing stuff on some of these holes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and hit where I'm at in the club. If I'm in max, I'm going to hit a max number. If I'm in mid, I'm going to hit a mid number. If I'm in min, I'm going to hit a min number. And I'm going to focus on tomorrow, really focus on hitting perfect so that I can go back and go, okay, hey, that hole, we were right on track. And this hole, we hit it perfect. We were aimed up right at the hole. We did the stuff and we're off to the left or the right. Which way was the wind blowing? Do I need to take some wind off or do I need to add some wind on? So that when I get into, by the time I get into the opening round, the only thing I'm focused on, I know where I'm at in my club. I know what club I've got. I know what ball I'm bringing. And the only thing I'm focused on in the opening round is making those minute wind adjustments. So that when I get to the weekend round, I'm now just making slight little tweaks. I want to be off on the left-hand side of the cup, or I'm going to add on 0.2, or I'm going to do that stuff. So it's a progression for me. Some of the streamers that you guys will watch, they like have all their crap together right at the very beginning. And the part of that is that they have a bunch of practice accounts. They'll play their practice accounts in the qualifying rounds, and they'll play a bunch of accounts, and they'll try and dial all that stuff in on the very first day so that the rest of the week they have all those numbers. I don't. I have one practice account and one main account, and I will burn this account to the ground and do not care where it finishes at the end of the week. This account's whole goal in life is to give me the tools that I need in my 77 account so that I have success in my 77 account. So if you have a practice account, ideally you want to have a practice account that has, if not exactly the same, real close to the same exact clubs that you have in your main account. And if you got an account and you're like, hey, I'm starting to outgrow the clubs that are in my practice account, talk to the people in your clan. Maybe the people in your clan they've got the same situation. They've kind of outgrown one of their practice accounts, and you could take one of theirs and you could give yours to somebody else and move them around. And so I've got accounts that friends play because that account is exactly one of my teammates. Kyle is starting to get close to outgrowing his 88 practice account, and I may loan him odd so that we can get him the same clubs. You want to have a practice account that has very similar clubs to your main account so that you can work the deal. Sometimes you'll find that you catch it where you played your practice account and you caught it on the right round and you do better in your practice account. And sometimes you'll do great in both of them. But for me, I'm never concerned about how odd finishes at the end of the week. I use it strictly for practice. So let's go check out hole number one. And hole number one, when I think of where we can pick up shots and what our options are in this course, I break it down like this. And the minimum score is minus 11. And that's because we start at minus 12. And we took one off because of hole number 9. Because of hole number 9. That is really a birdie hole that we're going to try and get an eagle on. So our minimum score is minus 11. And I think you're going to see a lot of people shooting in the minus 10, minus 11, minus 12 range. And this is going to be where a lot of people are at. But all 3 par 4s on the 4s, we have super good chances to get an eagle. 2 of the par 3s. And we have super good chances. If you've got upper developed stuff, you can increase your odds on some of these par 5s. Whereas with lower developed stuff, The par fives to me are like, go out there on the par fives, get your eagle. If you give yourself an opportunity for Albie, great, but get your eagle, move on. This hole right here, hole number 1, this par 3, get your birdie, move on. I'm willing to give up those 4 holes because the other 5, we have serious chances of picking up shots. My goal going in right now is that I'm looking for when I start to qualify, when I qualify and when we get into the opening round, my goal is to shoot a -15, -30. And then in the weekend round, I want to shoot a -30 plus. Okay, that's my goal. I want to pick up, and all I'm trying to do is pick up all 3 par 4s and hole number 9, and that puts me at -15. That doesn't even include the 2 par 3s where we have serious chances or any of the par 5s. I'm focused on those holes going in. And so hole number 1 is a hole that the last time this was in a tournament, this hole kicked my butt. And I barely missed on the left-hand side, and it rolled right off and ended up in the rough down here. And I had to take both of these shots from the rough, and it kicked my butt. So I'm not interested in having that happen again. Now, there is a backspin way that you can go at this, but I don't know in this account if I've got my, I'm not sure. I'm going to try the shot from down here, couple rings off, little teeny bit of backspin. And I'm right now today, it's all about on these par 3s, I'm looking for like what club am I going to bring, what ball am I going to bring, and I'm looking for distance. I want to make sure that I terminate so that I'm right even with the cup. I don't want to be long and I don't want to be short. I want to be right even with the cup. If I miss straight to the left, to the right, I'm okay with that. I just want to, today I'm working on what club am I bringing, what distances am I shooting. And so on this hole right here, I have no idea what ball I'm going to bring. I have none, no clue. I knew I want to take a Grizzly. What would my, and we got our Kings of Golf clan we got promoted to, we started a new clan and we got promoted so that we picked up that second bag. And I'm going to tell you, that's huge. It's huge. Because having one bag blue. When you get that Grim Reaper to level 6, it gets 100% backspin. It's more accurate than a Saturn. It's not as good of a utility club, like if we pick that here, versus the Saturn. And right now, the Saturn's got more backspin, got better ball guide. Accuracy is about the same, 1.8 versus 1.9. But when the Grim Reaper gets to level 6, the accuracy is the same. I think it gets a little teeny bit of topspin, but it goes to 100% backspin, and the ball guide is close. I think it goes to 3.8. So the next level is a big level for the Grim Reaper. I tried to do this shot last time with backspin where I was just going up to the hole and backspinning it. And even though this has got 92 backspin, you really wanted 100. So I'm going to try just the shot where I'm just bleeding it up there. With just a little teeny bit. I'm going to bring a nav just to cut the wind down a little. I don't want to get too crazy. Either one of those will work. Either one of those will work. And I think a lot of the holes coming in here, I'm using a sniper or I'm using a more accurate club on some of those par 3s, so those bags will work. Let's go out there and check it out. Check it out. Now, I know I'm going to be like 3 rings off of that transitional surface down there, and I don't know what the numbers are to dial it up. I don't go watch a lot of other people's videos because the deal is not that I have a problem watching other people's videos. The thing is that I'm trying to figure these shots out for myself. Because if I can figure them out for myself, then I own that adjustment. I own it. And the other part of that is I'm trying not to just regurgitate what everybody else is telling you to do so that you come to my channel and it's the same crap as everybody else is putting out. I want to make sure that I'm giving you some options. And some of the holes, I know I'm giving you guys options. And some of them, there's really only one way to go at them. But I can tell you, if you see me take shots or if I'm doing shots, they're shots that I'm working, that those are, that's how I'm working that shot. And it's a progression for me as the week goes on. If you watch my stuff at the beginning of the week where we're out here and we're practicing, we're trying stuff out and we're seeing what's possible. versus where I'm at towards the weekend round. It's a progression. I'm constantly trying to dial that in. That was nice. So watch what my opponent did right there. Go back and rewind it. That was a very nice. They had a serious shot at hole-in-one there. And one of the things that's new that we didn't have the last time we played this hole is we've got this Grizzly. Put just a sliver of backspin on it. I'm gonna go right at the cup. I'm gonna do a 20% wind adjustment. So that's 2.4, so that's 5, so that's 2.9. I'm gonna do 2.9 rings, and I need to turn my grid on. Hitting it perfect. I'm going to attempt to try and focus today on hitting perfect shots. Just a bit on the inside. And that may be a combination where I did a 20% wind adjustment and I may only need to do a 15% wind adjustment, or I need to set it up so that it's on one side of the cup or the other. But I like the speed coming in there because I do not want to come in with any speed on this. I don't want to have to put on any curl. I want that ball to go where I'm going, and speed is all important. I'm going to miss this putt because I'm going to forfeit because I do not want to qualify today. And there's some of these par fours that I really want to hit that shot going in, and I want to give myself room so that I can maneuver. Good game. Good game. So that's kind of, I'll go back and watch that video and try and, because like literally right now I have nothing written down for how much side spin I'm going to use or where I'm going to set the ball up or how much top spin, backspin, or none of that stuff. So I will shoot the video. This is why I encourage you to shoot videos of your gameplay so that you can go back, and on those holes that you epic failed, you can go back and see what happened. And on the holes that you had huge success, you can go back and see what happened, so that we can start to dial these in as the week goes on. And Monday is all about practice. This is actually one of the funnest days of the whole week because you can go out there and you're not worried about trying to sink all those shots. I'm really focused on distance today and what ball and club I'm going to put in my bag so that I know when I get there. You see it happen. You're in the weekend round and somebody's out there and they're searching around and they're trying to figure out where they're going to put it. Hey, man, you should have figured that stuff out. That's why we have a practice round. That's why we have a qualifying round. That's why we have an opening round. When it comes to the weekend round, you need to go out there. You have a game plan. You go up there and you put yourself 5 rings off. I was on my white ring off the transitional surface out there. You put on a little sliver of backspin, this much side spin, and you're going right to the hole. You dial it in, make your wind adjustment, and move on. And so trying to get that stuff dialed in as the week goes on. All right, that was hole number 1 of the St. Patrick's Day tournament and Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.